Welcome to CGTN Live. It's coming around again, the Double 11 Shopping Festival, China's biggest annual online shopping carnival, which has now become the world's largest as well. This year things are a bit different. I'm now in Hangzhou, where Alibaba is headquartered, and Alibaba is the e-commerce platform that initiated this shopping festival. And for those of you who are not yet familiar with Double 11, here are some quick facts. Double 11 refers to the date November the 11th, or the Singles Day as it's known. It was started by Alibaba in 2009, as a marketing stunt to attract China's young people, the single population, to shop online. But over the 12 years of history, it's grown to become China's Black Friday, only with sales volume that's 5 times that of Black Friday in terms of online sales. It's also grown to include all e-commerce platforms and offline retail. Now, I'm now in Hangzhou, where, as I was saying, where Alibaba is headquartered, because in a few minutes from now, they're going to release some important sales figure from the first sales window in this year. So traditionally, the shopping festival only lasts for 24 hours on November the 11th. But this year, Alibaba changed the game on its platforms, and they lengthened the shopping platform to include November the 1st to the 3rd as well. So this year there will be 2 dual windows. And it's not just Alibaba, all e-commerce platforms in China, for example, Pinduoduo and Suning.com, they all started early this year with these 2 platforms in particular, starting as early as September. So that's something new this year. And we're here to witness this moment, and it's not only us. There are quite a few, actually hundreds of reporters here waiting for Alibaba to release the sales data of this first shopping window from November the 1st to the 3rd. And that's the background information you need to know. You need to know for now. But you should also let us know whether you have Double 11 or Singles Day in your country. If you do, please leave us a message. Tell us what you're going to buy. If you don't, there's nothing to worry about. You can also leave us your questions, and you can do them now, and you can also do them later in the live stream. Now, as you can see, there are already guests on stage waiting for the clock to turn midnight, which could be, let me see, 4 minutes from now. And we're waiting for them to release the sales figure from the first shopping window. We're seeing some international faces here as well, because Double 11 has already grown to be an international event. It's not just Chinese consumers buying from all over the world. Foreign consumers are also participating. So do let us know whether you have the Singles Day in your country and what you're planning to buy. Now, I have all my eyes on there. I'm waiting for them to release the figures. And last year, the sales from the Singles Day on Alibaba's platform alone topped $38 billion. That was 5 times the online sales of Black Friday. And given the impact of the pandemic this year, interest in the shopping festival's performance is only higher. Okay. Now, okay. The host is introducing some rules for reporters to participate in the interactions. Well, as we're speaking, hundreds of millions of Chinese consumers are probably also, with their eyes on their mobile phone, trying to see whether there are some last things they could buy at the last minute, trying to add things to their shopping cart. I also have actually two things on my shopping cart. I'm waiting for the clock to turn midnight. Because, make no mistake, this is, for Chinese consumers, it's already deep in their mindset, in their consciousness that November the 11th is the time for the biggest discount in the year, the biggest bargain in the year. It's where millions of retailers are dishing out the biggest discounts. So it's not a time to be missed. But there are also other arguments, people saying we're all after the biggest bargain now instead of buying what we need. So let us know what you think of that, whether you're participating in Double 11, whether you're buying more than what you need. Come on, guys, give me some feedback. Let me know whether you're here with us. It's only 2 minutes away from the midnight when the clock turns 12. November 11th begins. There will be more than 5 million retailers, and they will be giving out 16 million products on discounts. That's a record number for this year. And we know from the first sales window, 1 million of those 16 million products have been urgently sent to China now because brands have found out, the demand from Chinese consumers is actually much higher than what they expected. All right, so right now the stage is set for the launching ceremony of this year's Double 11. You can feel excitement building up. For those of we're in Hangzhou, November the 11th. We're going to release some data, the host is saying. What you need to know is, in previous years, usually starting from midnight, the screen will show some live transactions, how much merchandise have been sold in real time. But this year, obviously, they're not doing that. But interest is still high, all the reporters here are thirsty to know the data, the numbers. So the curves we're seeing now is the purchase Chinese consumers have made from all over the world. And these goods have arrived in the hands of Chinese consumers in various ways. Let's see. There are 6 big data on the screen. The first number is till this moment more than 220 countries have been participating in Double 11. This year, because of the pandemic, production offline have been disrupted, and yet online consumption has skyrocketed and given offline production one more channel to give manufacturers a way to survive. Okay, so now we can have a close-up look at the numbers. What the host is saying now is well, they're introducing some business that Alibaba is doing abroad, but we're actually waiting for the numbers that we want to know, In the past half a year, a lot of enterprises have moved from offline to online, and more than 50% of enterprises offline have established presence online on Alibaba's platforms. All right, so as we're still waiting for the the sales data of the first sales window, I'm sure you know that Double 11 or Singles Day has already grown to become an international event. We know that 26,000 international brands from 84 countries countries and regions are participating in this year's shopping festival. And it's not just Chinese consumers buying from abroad. Overseas consumers are also buying, but mainly through Alibaba's global retail platform, AliExpress. And here to help us better understand this and to tell us more about Double 11's. Let's see. They're giving real data now. So that's the traffic, the numbers of orders created at peak per second. 583,000 orders per second. So this time they're not giving the real transaction data, but they're giving a few, from time to time. Now back to what we're saying. Back to what we're saying about overseas consumers buying from, participating in Double 11.
Yeah.
I have William Wang here. He's the general manager of AliExpress business in Spain and Italy. As I was saying, AliExpress is Alibaba's global retail platform, and that's how our overseas friends are participating mostly through this platform. So, William, tell us, how popular is Singles Day in Europe?
I think Singles Day have become more and more popular in different markets, and since 2017 we go to Russia, we go to Spain to start the local operation. Now I think in Spain this year we become the second most popular events after Black Friday. I think we believe in the future it can become the most popular shopping events in Spain and in other markets.
Based on the growth model, are you saying?
I think based on our collaboration model with the sellers, with our consumers, I think we can become a more global platform than what we do now.
So you are growing still very fast?
Yes, we are growing very fast in different markets in Europe.
Give us some user profile. Which country is buying more, and what are the popular products?
Yeah, I think as you can see on the big screen, actually, the most popular country we have is like Russia, US, France, and Spain, and other like Netherlands, all those.
Turn to the screen a bit.
And also, I think our users are normally is like 25 to 35 years old. It's pretty young. It's like a 90s generation in China.
Right, that's right. Now, in terms of the Singles Day, how heavy a discount are you giving out?
I think we are offering like the discount like from 20% to up to 50%. So it's pretty good deals. I think among all the different categories. And in Spain, we actually adopt a very local approach to using a coupon code rather than a coupon that we use in China. So to adopt.
Any friends from Spain? Let us know.
To apply to the local practice to make it easier for them to calculate the final price, rather than to make it very complex as what we do in China.
Right, it is very complicated rule, the way to play the game in China. Anyways, we know that the pandemic has, we were just talking about it, the pandemic has affected our life in every possible way. But for online economy, and I don't know, like, how is the consumption on your platform going?
Yeah, I think we can see there's a shift. There's a shift that for consumers and the companies start to do things online, so which has never happened before. And then I think we probably in US, in Europe, and other Latin America countries, we can see that the shift happens like in the last 1 year, probably can compare to last 5 years in terms of the shift through to the digital economy.
In terms of the comparison with Black Friday, is there any difference in the degree of discounts you give out, or? how is Singles' Day different from Black Friday?
I think we probably gonna offer discounts very similar to Black Friday, and because Black Friday is like what the local consumers really like, and I think we will encourage more and more local sellers to join the Double 11. We are encourage them to offer even more aggressive discounts for Double 11 events. And for Black Friday, of course, we will do that as well, together with the local companies and the Chinese sellers as well.
Okay. Well, thank you, William. Thank you. Well, you know, earlier when I was talking to William, I tried to get an expectation from him in terms of how Singles' Day is going to perform on their platform abroad in Spain and Italy, but he didn't give me any concrete numbers. He said it was still too early to disclose, and that's what we're waiting here too. Alibaba's been talking about new retail a lot, and actually, let me just bring in another guest to talk more about new retail, about China's e-commerce, how it's developed over the years, and what we can expect about this year's Double 11 Shopping Festival. And now I'm joined by Michael Hu, a senior research fellow at China's Digital Economy Institute.
Yes.
Thank you, Michael, for joining us.
Thank you. Well, I think this the figure.
Yeah, because I was just talking to our audience about it saying, you know, new retail. I don't really get this concept. So how do you understand new retail?
Okay, the traditional retail is offline, and at the development of the e-commerce, we move it online. But they all have their disadvantages. We have to combine the two kinds of business together. You have to get the offline experience and the online convenience. If we combine the two parts together, this becomes the new retail.
So a combination of offline and offline business for retailers.
Yes. Like if you want to buy clothes in a traditional pattern, you go to a shop and try it. But if maybe you can't find the best price, or you're gonna to try. You maybe have to surf different shops. But if you,
I'm sorry, it's giving out some numbers on which industry is doing better. Is there anything there that surprises you?
what?
So yeah, these are the brands by category, the top selling brands by category. We see pet products.
They just brand. It's not a category. It's pets. Yes, it's pets.
Yeah. It's amazing, you know, because e-commerce platforms now have all these data, the big data.
Yeah. That's the secret how this business ecosystem move around so efficiently, because we have digital technologies like big data, cloud calculation, and AI. So we can allocate different resources from all over the world to make the market moving efficiently.
Yeah, if we look at what numbers are up on the board, you know, it is saying on the left which county and which district in China is buying more, right?
Yes.
And then which brands are doing better?
It's Uniqlo.
Yeah. Uniqlo, the Japanese brand.
Uniqlo is kind of new retail. They are
In what
doing,
way?
They are doing O2O. They have offline shops and online shops.
But is that all it's about, Newtail? Offline to online, online to offline?
No. They can go both ways. Some of the new retail, they start from offline, then they have online facilities. But some, on the other hand, some of the new retails like Tmall, they started from online and then go offline.
Yeah, it's interesting because I've also noticed that now more and more brands do not have offline stores. Instead, they were born and bred on the internet.
They just have online stores. Yeah, you know, some of the goods you don't have to experience the offlines. Like You know,
So our audience could see the background as well.
for example,
your face.
cellular phones, the smartphones. Sometimes you don't have to experience the offlines. You check it. There are VR technology. You can check it online, see the features.
We are now talking about live streaming sales, and that's the biggest trend in these 2 years on e-commerce. So what are they talking about here?
Celebrities, singers.
So we have a number of celebrities who are top-selling live streamers.
Yeah, these are the celebrities, the rank.
Yeah, the key opinion influencers, right?
Yeah.
But it's not just, well,
You know what's different this year? They invited some professionals into the studio to do the live streamers, like some CEOs, directors of big corporations. These professional people, they can give professional introductions to their goods. They know the slight difference between the goods and their different brands. So
there's more interaction for sure.
Yeah, there's going to be a
different way to present the goods.
Yeah. Better interaction between the buyer and the seller. So
And foreign, we know a lot of overseas stars are also participating, like Kardashian.
Yeah.
And it's not just celebrities. There, as you were saying, you were saying earlier that professionals. So there's a new industry of anchors, of live streamers who are trained to be professional live streamers.
Yeah. There are studios.
That's a new business.
Yeah, they train they train the skills, how to do the live streamers. They train the celebrities.
But you were also talking about farmers. So it's like in this year, especially given the impact of the pandemic, everyone is live streaming.
Yeah, since this is a very special year. During the pandemic, the offline business activities, most of them are shut off. Some of the communities, they are shut off. You can't go an offline shop to buy what you need. So most of the business activities have to move online. This is a great chance for the digital economy to develop. So
we have. I read this report earlier that 100,000 farmers have become live streamers this year to sell goods, agricultural goods from their hometown and from
Yeah, we're going to have to, thanks to the digital economy, make it come true. The farmers, they don't have the they are not well educated. Maybe they're living in the rural areas. They don't have good transportation. But since we have this online technology, they can do their live streamers. They can go closer to their consumers.
Yeah, and take Taobao as an example. The live stream sessions in the pre-sales period for Double 11 this year has grown by 50% than last year. So there are more people doing live streams. 50% increase, that's a lot. More people doing live streams in the pre-sales session to get people heated up.
Yes. So even I'll give you an example. Even my granny, he's 87 years old.
87-year granny?
87 years old, has owns Alipay and Taobao account. When she have the live streamer, she buy herself a pair of sunglasses this year during the first day.
87-year-old granny buying sunglasses. That in itself is.
Senior men are very interested. They are curious about this online business. They are embracing the digital economy.
That's true, especially under the pandemic. A lot of in March or April, for example, in China, in Wuhan, for example, people were still mainly staying indoors. So that's like just a natural or perfect round of education for people to become online shoppers.
Yeah, this kind of business pattern. If there's no such pandemic, maybe we can't change our hobbies. We don't change our abilities of doing business or shopping. We go offline. But since we have to move online, this gives a great chance to the development of the digital economy.
Yeah, and silver economy, as you were saying, older people buying things, is also growing big this year in China. I don't know how that is, in other countries. So guys, let us know what it is in your country, whether you are participating in the Singles Day promotions, whether you are, whether you're also staying indoors for most of the time, and whether your granny is also buying sunglasses. Let's see whether you've got any questions now. Jenny Liu, you said China's goods are very cheap and good. China is the factory of the world. And actually this year, again, because of COVID-19, a lot of contract manufacturers, meaning factories who are producing for their overseas clients,
Some of the production moved from abroad to our domestic market. Since the Chinese manufacturing, the cost of Chinese manufacturing, mainly the labor force, the cost of labor force is rising. Some of the labor-intensive manufacturing are switching abroad, but during this year, as a result of the pandemic, we are the only country in the world that can have a good. We managed to control the pandemic
within a short period of time. Yeah.
Our factories they work normally. Our workers have their jobs working. They are working normally. So some of the orders maybe maybe 3 years later they will put the order to India or southeast part of Asia. But this year they all flew back to China. So some of the factories.
Well, what I was talking about was, because a lot of these contract manufacturers, these factories, these manufacturers who were previously producing for overseas clients, because this year the pandemic is, right now, still, the pandemic is growing, is spreading. So for their overseas orders, there's been a lot of impact and there's a decrease of orders. So a lot of these contract manufacturers, known as OEM, original equipment manufacturers, they have, made a move to enter China's retail market, and they are also taking part in Double 11, in Singles Day, in online sales.
各位媒体老师，大家好！现在由我们为大家解读今天的第一轮的双十一记录之夜。
Okay, so we have some fresh data coming up now.
好，我们先来看第一个记录，一定是非常有意义的。
Surprise me.
What? What surprised you?
Figure. I think the figure will surprise me.
We'll see.
我们现在天猫双十一的口罩销量比疫情期间下降了76.2%。
Oh, so it's talking about the masks. Right now, the sales of sales on Tmall, China, Alibaba's e-commerce platform, has decreased by 76% compared to the outbreak when it's at its worst in China. So that's in March and April, in February. So yeah, that's, well, we hope it will go, get down even further.
Yeah, we hope it keep on going down. This means we have a better control of our pandemic.
But right now we're seeing a second wave of infections globally, right? Oh my God. So 500 million users in China are playing cat keeping games. I'm not really a game player.
There are six kids. Six kiddies. They have a special team design it. they collect all the cat models, whether in cartoons or in the real world, and then they designed the 6 cats.
Oh, you're talking about the 6 cats.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what's coming up now.
This it's t-shirt shirts.
Oh, that's still what's trending, what's popular goods in China, you know, right now, what people are buying. There's Hanfu and Lolita refers to costumes, you know, yeah, it's a very distinct way of dressing. Hanfu refers to the traditional Han costume, yeah, very Chinese style.
What is That's original.
That's interesting. So, for male consumption in cosmetics, the top 5 regions in China, top 1 Shanghai, top 2 Tibet. Tibet?
I can't believe that Tibet ranks top 2.
Yeah, that's a surprise.
Maybe that's because of the sunshine there.
Oh yeah, probably. But cosmetics, okay. And wow, the third is
The Tibet and Xinjiang,
Xinjiang.
has the longest time range of daylight.
Sunshine?
Yeah, sunshine. Yeah. So we have to take good care of the skin.
wow. And top 4 is Beijing. Okay. For male cosmetics. You can see this big data give you a lot of information about what's happening in China within the young consumers.
This is about the delivery system.
In the Himalayas. So yeah, 287 parcels have been delivered to the Himalayas during this Double 11 shopping festival. And every year, there are only less than 300 people who could actually climb to the peak of the Himalayas. So that shows you the reach of China's delivery system.
Yeah, they're everywhere. Even human being can't be there. There's a.
Are you talking about drone delivery?
It's drinks.
So it's liquor this time. Liquor is selling very well right now. Liquor is the traditional Chinese drink. Very, very strong spirit.
Yeah. Social communication.
Well, you can see it outperformed milk tea, the bubble tea, which also has a, you know.
The liquor stands for the male word.
Are you saying that milk tea is only drunk by female?
The more power of.
Guys, let us know.
The time of live streaming. 1,660
Wow.
years.
So the live streaming on Taobao, the e-commerce platform during Double 11 Shopping Festival, has an accumulated of 1,660 years. That's incredible.
It's a very long time since the famous calligrapher Wang Xizhi till now.
I don't think our foreign audience knows that. No. 电商互联网培训。
Training lessons.
Oh, so it's not only goods and products they're selling; they're also selling services on these e-commerce platforms.
Now, since, as income growing, their consumption activities are upgrading too. So the consumer, they do not only consume the physical goods, they consume more and more services like education, medical care.
Right.
What?
I don't really know how to say this actually. So it's electric bathing facility, and Guangdong tops the sales in this item. So people from Guangdong are buying the most of it.
It's correlated with
like bathing rod.
income, with the income, people's income, the higher
Of course,
income.
the consumption power. So, oh my God. So for cosmetics, maternal and baby goods, 母乳怎么会卖呢? And refrigerators, they have grown by 1,000. Oh my God, 1,400. So nearly 1,500.
Nearly
percent.
15 times. Nearly 15 times.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Come on, give me the sales data from the first shopping window.
Games.
You know, I don't even know all these things. 电竞酒店, so
they're gonna hold the competitions, even Olympic games.
so 电竞酒店 is esports. So hotels that, what does 电竞酒店 mean?
The electronic games,
Yeah.
games competitors, they live in this kind of hotel. And there are game machines. There are game machines.
Okay. So, does any of those surprise you? There's been a lot of growth in certain sectors.
I think it's quite different from last year. Last year we have more consumption of physical goods, but this year I think it's the categories are quite different from last year. And there are so many more new brands.
Okay. So right now, 30 minutes into November the 11th, that's the first GMV, the gross merchandise value we have so far. So it's the data that's from November the 1st, the first shopping window. It lasted from November the 1st to the 3rd. And now, 30 minutes into November the 11th, that's what we have for this season, this year's Double 11 so far. 30 minutes into November the 11th, we have, is there US dollars in there?
372.
Yeah, 372 billion. That's more than last year's GMV. That's more than last year's. Last year we had only
240?
Yeah, 200 something, 260 billion.
Less than 300.
Let me check. It was $38 billion. It was, yeah, 268 billion yuan last year for the 24 hours for the whole day of November the 11th. But right now, that number has been exceeded, being outnumbered. And that's a record number. So what we have here is a record number. And what the host is saying here is tomorrow they'll give out the number for all the sales altogether.
3 days.
They're only giving us number for now, for today. So that's a lot of growth from 268 billion yuan to more than 370 billion yuan.
We can't compare it. Last year,
Yeah, because last year we had 1
we
day.
have 4 days. We have 4 days. The 3 days plus today. The 3 days plus the 30 minutes of this day. But we have surplus to last year.
We should still wait for more detailed analysis to see like which category is more popular and to see what we can make out of it, right? But that's something we'll leave to tomorrow, because tomorrow at midnight.
Midnight,
Yeah, we'll have the final data.
We have the final record.
And that's what we have for now. So stay with us tomorrow as well. Well, thank you very much, Michael. Thank you. We've witnessed history again, guys. We've done it. Yeah, so that's pretty much what we have for tonight. Wow, a record number again. Last year it was $38 billion, but now we've outperformed that already. Okay, so for more detailed analysis, let's meet again tomorrow at this time, and we'll have the full picture for you in terms of the Singles Day or Double 11 Shopping Festival's performance in China. Well, that's it for now. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you.
蒋林老师有没有？好的，请进入到舞台上方。我们包河的帮会老师有吗？